It's the moment literally everyone has been waiting for, a continuation of the story that captivated audiences over a decade ago. It brings our favorite heroes back to the big screen where they belong, in a truly incredible way. The excitement is palpable, energy is in the air. Yes, we're here at the world-famous El Capitan Theater, where an epic story is about to come to life. The Incredibles 2 premiere starts right now. It's one of the most anticipated movies of the summer. Welcome to the world premiere of Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2, presented by Alaska Airlines. I'm Julia Cunningham with Oh My Disney, and we're coming to you live from Hollywood Boulevard in the heart of it all, from the famed El Capitan Theater. Tonight is going to be so much fun. We're going to be chatting with the superstars and filmmakers that helped make Incredibles 2 a reality. Brad Bird, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Giacchino, Craig T. Nelson, Holly Hunter, and more. And don't forget, this is all presented by Alaska Airlines. It's safe to say tonight is going to be incredible. Let's do this. We're just waiting on Brad Bird, the director and writer behind the film, who also stars as Edna Mode. If you're not familiar, that voice that keeps going, darling, 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 throughout the entire first film, that's actually Brad Bird. You may have had no idea about that, but he's the writer-director. It's literally been 14 years since the first film. It came out in 2004. I'm not sure how much of a fan you are of The Incredibles. I'm assuming pretty much a big fan. Well, and as I mentioned before, this is the movie that fans have been waiting 14 years to see. I personally own it on DVD. I'm sort of freaking out inside. And I'm pretty sure you remember the Parr family. I think you would. And specifically, Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone. There are a few new supers that we might need to get acquainted with. Check some of these soon-to-be favorites.
Hello, everyone. I play a brand new super named Voyd in Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2.
We look super.
Now, Voyd got a pretty cool power.
Very interdimensional.
See? Isn't she awesome? Yay, me. What other new supers are in the movie, you ask? There's the indestructible Brick, the high-flying Screech, and Super Senior Reflex. And those are just the starting lineup. Because we're bringing supers back, baby. You can see them all in action when Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 hits theaters June 15th. I'm so strong.
Everyone is having such a good time tonight, but none of this could be possible without our friends over at Alaska Airlines. Fun fact, Alaska has the most coast-to-coast flights of any airline. That means Alaska Airlines can get you to incredible places like Hawaii, New York, Nashville, Mexico, and even Costa Rica. We're just waiting on the incredible Brad Bird, who is the writer-director behind the film The Incredibles 2, which is opening in theaters on June 15th. He's going to be joining us in just a couple minutes. He's making his way down the beautiful step and repeat. If you're not familiar, that's where you stand and you get your photo taken for at least 100 hours, because people are so excited for Brad Bird specifically, who has been part of the Disney Pixar family for quite some time. Not only did he do The Incredibles, which came out back in 2004, but also a movie that I love called Tomorrowland. If you're not as familiar with that movie, I do suggest you go check that out. That is in the Disney family as well. And we're eager for him to join us here on the red carpet to discuss The Incredibles 2, which has been kind of 14 years in the making. I mean, this was such a hit for Pixar that we knew immediately that there had to be a second one, but it was sort of like, what was the story going to be? Where were they going to take these characters that we love? It's no sort of jump. We are going to pick up with the new film immediately following the events of movie 1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, spoiler alert, if you did not see The Incredibles, I'm going to spoil it for you. The movie ends with us meeting a new villain named the Underminer, who is voiced by the great John Ratzenberger, who has appeared as a voice in every Pixar film. And that's where the movie directly picks up. So if you're wondering, is this sort of a Simpsons thing? Why have they not aged? How is Bart not 100 years old yet? Exactly. That's because within this movie and this world of The Incredibles, we pick up right where that last movie left off. So Jack is still a baby. Dash is still just a young, fast, wonderful boy. And Violet, well, she's still going through those teen moments. She finally has tucked the hair behind her ear. She's allowing you to see her face. She is definitely jumping in there, but it's just a short amount of time. And where we pick up is with the incredible Helen Parr, voiced by Holly Hunter, bringing that family forward into the forefront, trying to allow for superheroes to be back okay in society. And we can't wait to follow this family and see where they go. That's right, the matriarch takes the lead in this film. Mr. Incredible is Mr. Mom in this movie. We're also going to be chatting with Craig T. Nelson at some point on the red carpet. Some of our stars are beginning to arrive, which we cannot wait to have Craig T. Nelson, who is Mr. Incredible, the great Holly Hunter, who voices Elastigirl. And I'm not sure if you've been watching the trailers. They look incredible. Literally, they look like The Incredibles. But she has a new motor vehicle that she's actually using, the Elasticycle, which is very interesting. We're hoping to also chat with Sarah Vowell, who's actually a New York Times bestselling author. She's an incredible woman who's also a historian, if you didn't know, and she voices the preteen Violet. I had read this story that Brad Bird, the writer-director behind the movie, he actually discovered her listening to This American Life. He heard her on the radio on NPR, thought she had such an incredible, interesting voice that he immediately cast her. And it looks like we're about to be joined by the great Brad Bird, who is the writer-director behind the movie, also the voice of Edna Mode, who is the darling star of one of the films. And he's going to be making his way towards us. We're counting it down. Moments. He's stepping towards us. Hello, sir. It's an honor to meet you. Thank you so much. We have Brad Bird, the writer-director, joining us. Sir, I mean, it's been 14 years. It must be some sort of sigh of relief and yet also excitement.
Opportunity? What do you call it? I don't know. I'm happy to be here.
I'm ecstatic. I'm thrilled. You know, there was an incredible moment for me. The first time I watched the movie, I remember seeing the explosion sequence, these characters in the water, and saying, I've never seen animated water before like that. And now we're 14 years later with different technology, and there must be such an incredible excitement for you to dig in with this new movie as well, technology-wise.
Yeah, well, when we made the first movie, it was everything that CG animation was bad at. It wasn't very good at humans. There were only a couple that had been done well, and all we had is humans. It was bad at fabric. It was bad at hair. It was bad at fire and water and all kinds of things, and that's all our movie was. So we were on the edge of failure the entire time we were making the movie. But now the technology has evolved so much, and Pixar is bigger with a lot of amazing new talent, as well as having the great talent that we had that is now 15 years more experienced. It was really fun to make this movie.
You know, it's I'm sure it's very hard. I was reading actually an article that there was like a whole team just working on the fashion, that there was a tailor that you guys hired to make it look realistic to the way a body would move in a suit.
That's right. Well, I mean, even though it's virtual, it does obey certain laws of physics that you also program in there. And if the fabric doesn't move the way you want it to, you have to make adjustments. So they have a series of movements that they put everything through, and they see how it looks. And then if it doesn't look right, they have to make adjustments just like a tailor would.
You know, we're living in a post, Incredibles world, a post Ghost Protocol world for you, where you get to really play with animation and action. For you as a writer-director, do you get to say yourself in script, and then they just do an amazing action sequence, we'll figure it out with the animators later? How does that work?
It runs the gamut. I mean, in the first movie, the end finale, I just knew the beats. And I said, at some point, Bob has to save the kids. At some point, this needs to happen, you know. And I had all the things that we needed, but I didn't know exactly how they were going to happen. With the sequence with the chase through the jungle, I wrote every beat of that. So it depends on the sequence. There's certain ones that I know are going to be better if I turn it loose, a bunch of artists loose on it, and we try a lot of things, and I kind of pick and choose, you know. And in other ones, I have it very specifically in mind. So it's all over the place.
It all depends. Now, I don't even know, but your producers, your co-workers are jumping in. Do you guys mind if we jump where you guys? I mean, you must be. I said to Brad Bird, I mean, you must be so thrilled that you guys are here tonight. 14 years, and it's like, you know, how long in the process have you guys been attached to the film?
Oh, well, I was on the first film, actually, so I've been attached to this film for 17 years, actually.
And I produced the first film, so yeah, it's been the same. It's been 14, well, 8. We started working on the first Incredible 18 years ago.
Stop it.
Well, that's what I want to know, because when actually seriously did Brad say, okay, guys, this is not just talking in the press or saying, of course I want to do a second Incredibles, but like, where was a kernel where you said, guys, I actually have a story, we can make this happen?
Well, I would love to tell you a great story about I had this aha moment and the film sprung forth and everybody said great. I had the core idea for this film when we were promoting the first film, that there would be a role switch between Bob and Helen, and I knew we had Jack's powers to exploit. But the plot part with the bad guys and all of that, the one that I pitched to the studio that they said great on, quickly became obsolete, and then I ended up changing it 500,000 times. And so the villain was actually the last thing to come in the first movie, and the villain was the last thing to come in this movie.
Now, because we know that Toy Story was kind enough to bump back a little bit, and you guys jump forward. Was that a moment of, oh, we get to be...
That happened on the first film with Cars.
Yeah, with Cars as well, yes.
It was supposed to be after Cars. And
so you guys were like, it's like, this is what happens. This is what happens. But now, with you guys as bosses, were you guys just like, we got this, it's fine?
No, they look at us and go, these guys are chumps. They'll take a year less to do just as hard a work.
You guys, enjoy your premiere. Have fun. Congratulations. We're so excited for the film. Guys, go and enjoy the rest of your time. Hit it off. Guys, we just had the... They're so kind of you guys to hang out. Guys, we're very excited. We're going to continue on with our red carpet here for the Incredible 2 premiere. And we have Michael Giacchino, who is an Academy Award winner. So lovely to meet you. He won an Academy Award for Up, but has been a longtime collaborator with Brad Bird. In fact, working on the first Incredibles. Tell me, what was it jumping in back into this composer situation for the Incredibles 2?
It was weird. I actually told him, let's not do it.
No, stop. You were like, no.
I said, look, we made that first one. It worked out. I said, what if we mess up? What if?
No, you had to have had like a loose violin piece in the back of your head to include.
Basically just knocked me over the head with a bat and threw me in the trunk of the car and said, you're doing it, don't worry about it. And that's what happened. And I did it, and I had a blast, and it was so much fun, and it was just weird. I thought after 14 years, is it going to be, can I get back into that groove? And literally right the second I started writing, I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. So,
and you get to play with a really interesting time period, the idea of like, not the tropes, but play on what we imagine with sort of like spy and superhero and all that sort of stuff, and really get to play, right?
The idea of a jazz orchestra in a 2018 score really doesn't exist. And it didn't exist when we did the first one 14 years ago either. And so it was so fun to kind of put something out to the world that says, look, you can still tell legitimate stories with jazz orchestra. It still works. And it's really fun. And it's also a bit of a throwback. There's some new stuff in it as well. And it's just, I don't know, for me, it just reminds me of everything I loved growing up. You know, Johnny Quest, James Bond, all of these things. Were just,
Man from U.N.C.L.E., etc.
Exactly. Henry Mancini, like the Pink Panther, all of this stuff. So in a lot of ways, both of these scores have been just love letters from me to all of those guys who wrote those scores as a thank you for inspiring me.
Well, you know, with a lot of movies, it's like we want to have something that evokes emotion but doesn't take us away from it, but helps us move forward or attached to a character. Is there something about your relationship working with Brad Bird, who's the writer-director, that makes that a little easier? Because now at some point I imagine you sort of know his direction, his ideas, and you guys must mind meld in a way that he's brought you back on so many projects.
He and I have a very like-minded way of approaching things, and we also have a lot of fun working together. Like, it's always fun, you know, and I'm always like, I know exactly what to do. Like, he'll show me a scene, I'm like, I know what to do with that. I know what to do with that. And he'll just say, go, go, go. Like, he's not the kind of guy that will handcuff you to something. He's like, just go and do it. And then I do it, and we come back, we talk about it, we tweak it here and there, and it's just, you know, we think alike, so it just works really well. And then, you know, and during it all, it's a lot of work. I'm not going to say it's not a work. It's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun.
Well, we're so excited to see it. Thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet, and congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Go on, enjoy, get in there, have fun, run in. He has an incredible pin of The Incredibles 2 on there, if you could see that. Guys, of course, none of this would be possible tonight without the support of our friends at Alaska Airlines. Thank you. In fact, did you know that one of the planes in Alaska Airlines' fleet has an incredibly large decal featuring the first family of supers? The decal was applied at Alaskan Airlines hangar in Seattle, Washington, taking 6 maintenance and engineering technicians nearly 200 man-hours to complete during a 3-day period. It's made up of more than 40 panes that cover about 440 square feet of the aircraft and was revealed last month during Alaska Airlines' annual Aviation Day event. Here's a look at how they did it. It is the world premiere of Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2, and Sarah Vowell has joined me, best-selling author Sarah Vowell, who voices Violet. Welcome, how are you feeling?
Fine. I mean, this is a lot of attention and pressure, but otherwise, you know.
Shell shock a little bit. I mean, here's the thing. Sarah is this incredible historian. You're this best-selling author. Brad Bird heard you on This American Life and said, I want her to voice this. So you're thrown sort of fish out of water. So do you feel more comfortable second time around jumping back into the voice booth, or was it just still alarming?
Oh, definitely more comfortable. I mean, I feel like if you give me, 17 years with the character, I can really get in there and do it. I had been her a little bit over the years. Perhaps you remember Disney on Ice.
Disney on Ice and video games. And
yes,
things.
Of course, video games. But yeah, no, it was kind of like riding a really uncomfortable bicycle,
That's what happens, is just riding an uncomfortable bicycle sometimes. But we're very excited to see the evolution of Violet, and we appreciate you stopping on our red carpet to hang with us, but we're going to let you go party. Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Sarah Vowell, you guys, make sure you find her in the new film Incredibles 2. She plays Violet. Go party. Have fun. Live it up. Guys, Sarah Vowell, incredible author that we're so excited about, and we have Sophia Bush joining us on the red carpet. Oh, you want to trade spots? Oh my God, I love that she's art directing us. She's so powerful.
Because if I move this hair, my hairdresser is going to be very upset with me.
Oh my gosh, I don't want anyone to hurt me.
Leave this side open.
No, you know what? You are allowed to do whatever you want. Sophia Bush is joining the cast of Incredibles 2, which is so incredible. Also, your character actually has like a very chic sort of hairline.
Shave.
Yeah, her name is Voyd. What can you sort of tell us? Because we've only seen like little bits of her in trailers and previews and images. What can you tell us about her?
So this movie picks up where the last left off, and the world is used to supers being illegal. But obviously at the end of the first movie, the Incredibles have come in and they've stopped Syndrome, and it's, a whole big hurrah. And now we're excited, right? So everyone's wondering, are supers going to be able to come back? And there's a group of sort of wannabe supers, people who have powers but don't quite know how to apply them or if they're allowed to, that are coming out of the woodwork. And Voyd is one of those people. And I love that when you think about it, it's really a story about identity. This is a girl who's trying to figure out if the world is going to accept her for who she is, as she is. She's quirky, she's kind of a tomboy, and she is Elastigirl's biggest fan.
Biggest fan. And you literally screamed when you heard that you got the part.
I did. Because I didn't even know that I was up for a part. I just got this letter from Brad Bird saying, would you like to come and join us for Incredibles 2? And I was at lunch with a friend of mine, and I literally screamed in a restaurant, heads turned, super embarrassing. But it was just such an exciting moment.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations. We're so excited to see her. Go enjoy the film and live your life to the fullest as Voyd.
I'm ready.
This side only, though, you guys. This side only.
This is her side, shave side.
Yes, it's just, you're living the part. You're so method, Sophia.
An honor.
You're so method. We'll have fun tonight. Thank you so much. Definitely. Guys, that was Sophia Bush joining the cast. We also have, oh my gosh, Huckleberry, Huck Milner. Come over to me. You are so cute. Look at this little blue suit. You voice Dash. How was it jumping into this movie? Because as a reminder for people, this movie has been 14 years in the making. The boy who was Dash, he's like basically in college now. So tell me, what was it like jumping into this role?
It was really fun because I loved the movie, first of all, and it was just a great experience to be able to jump into this role and be able to be Dash.
And tell me, what was it like? Did you have to go through an audition? Did you get to meet with Brad Bird? What did you have to do to win this role?
Well, I watched the scene that they gave me for the audition like 100 times. Then I went on the audition. I think I nailed it. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm pretty sure you nailed it because you are Dash. And it must be so exciting. What is Brad like as a director?
He's so much fun. He makes it all fun. When I'm in the booth with him, he's just like, he's so fun, and he allows me, like, if I say something, maybe he's like, that's good. We'll use it. It's just fun to work with him.
Now, tell me, was there anything that you would do to get sort of like psyched up to step into the role of Dash? Like get into your superhero position, sort of do jumping jacks, something, because there's not a breathlessness to Dash, but he's so fast. There's a kind of a high energy to him.
Well, that's basically me because I run around my house a lot, and I was in Pixar Studios. I actually put on the Dash costume and started running around the studio.
You did? Is it so exciting that you have like an action figure, that you're like living this other dream of like you're a kid, you get to play with toys, and you are a toy?
Yeah, my dad just bought me the toy that actually my voice talks out of it. I'm like, huh? Okay. I sound a lot different.
Yeah, I mean, is it something like, an out-of-body experience, like when you get to see and just hear your voice and see this character of Dash that you've helped bring to life?
Yeah, it's really cool. I think that it's just awesome to be able to hear my voice and see what the character is actually doing, and because I didn't really get to see what he was doing. I just got the lines and I would just say them.
Wow, so were you blown away when you're reading parts that you're in these major action sequences and you're doing all sorts of things or whatever, and then you're like, that's what this became?
Yeah, and basically I think it was awesome because I would like read this one part where it's like, oh, Dash saves someone, and then it's like, oh no, wait, what actually happened? What does he do? And I would just want to know what he does.
That is so cool. Well, congratulations on the movie. We look forward to meeting you down the road again. Run inside and go have fun. Guys, this is Huck Milner, who plays Dash. Thank you so much. Enjoy time. I love your suit. You're so handsome. Thank you. Guys, we're here on the red carpet, and we're going to actually talk to real royalty of the Pixar Disney family. John Ratzenberger, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
It's so nice to meet you. Can I stand you this way?
you.
I want some of our amazing. Oh, well, do you want to well, this is where we are in our Alaska Airlines lounge, checking out the whole spot. But
Just kidding.
I
I
already.
knew the camera was there.
He knows what he's professional. He knows.
That's right.
I have to say I spoiled The Incredibles, the first movie.
You did?
I just said, I was like, listen, spoiler alert, if you have to know, we meet your character at the very tail end of the film, the Underminer.
Oh, right.
And and I feel like at this point with your legacy, being a voice in every Pixar film, do you even know that you have to show up? Is it like, oh, just come in, we need you?
I have a camper in the parking lot of Pixar, so I'm just there.
I knew it.
I live there. My wife's not happy about it because she wants a garden, but
I guess we can't have everything, though, is what you need to tell her. But with your character, the Underminer, he's back. We're kicking off exactly where we left off with the first film. Were you excited to know that this was actually going to be a much larger character than you maybe had thought?
well, yeah. It's actors. We always like larger roles, sure, but with Pixar, it doesn't make any difference. One word or 50 pages, it's all the same.
We're very excited to learn more about the Underminer, and we love that you joined us here on the red carpet. Are you
He had a
excited?
tough childhood.
Oh, yeah? Do you think the Underminer did?
Yeah.
Well, he was trapped underground. He wants to come out.
Well, that's why in his voice, I talk like that, because he's got gravel in his throat.
Yeah, he's been breathing dirt forever. I love how you just made it so human. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love it. John Ratzenberger, thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet. Please have fun tonight.
Thank you. You too.
Guys, look at that amazing pinstripe suit. John Ratzenberger, he wants to go. He's going the long way, you guys. He's having as much fun as possible. Bob Odenkirk is going to be joining us in just a second. He's actually chatting up John Ratzenberger. They are living life to the fullest right now, and I don't want to break that moment up. But Bob Odenkirk is going to be joining us, who plays Winston Dever. Hello, sir. Welcome to our red carpet.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you so much. You are a new character in The Incredible suit. We have not met Winston Dever yet, which I am very excited to meet. What can you sort of tell us about him?
He's got a lot of money, and he's a media mogul, and he loves superheroes. At least that's what he says. But I won't tell you whether it's what the truth is. But it might be true. We don't know.
Wow, good tease. I like that it's like now it's suspect.
It could be. I'm not going to tell you how the movie goes. That would wreck it. But it's a great movie with so many wonderful characters, and I'm so proud to be one of them.
Like there could be like shades of Saul in him or something.
Well, there might be shades of Saul, but there's a little more joy in Winston.
Oh, look at that. I like that. Yeah. Now, tell me, because obviously, who doesn't want to be involved in a Pixar film? Yeah. But also, Brad Bird, who's just this incredible writer and director. Tell me about working with him in the booth.
Brad Bird, I've gotten to work with Steven Spielberg and Alexander Payne, and now this Brad Bird film, and they're all in the same upper echelon of wonderful directors who care about every little aspect of their movie. They dial it in just to the nth degree, and it's a wonderful experience to work with somebody who cares that much about every moment on screen.
Well, and also, I mean, the fact that it's, 14 years later, but also probably 8 years within you maybe even being attached. Is it crazy how you're like, oh, we're still working on this? I mean, it's like so different with animation.
Yeah, I mean, I was only in it for about a little over a year. But he just waited until he had a great story. He wanted to wait until he had touchstones of things that everyone will relate to and understand, and that mattered somehow. So that's what he did, and he has a great story here. And over the time that I worked on it, a year and a half, it changed a little, and then it got better and better every time.
Wow. Well, we're so excited to see it. Thank you for spending time with us on the red carpet. Really appreciate it. Guys, Bob Odenkirk, thank you so much. Go enjoy the movie. Guys, how are we doing this? It's so exciting. The carpet is buzzing. The stars are out. What can we possibly do to make this better? How about a sneak peek? A little snippet from one of the scenes that you'll get to see on June 15th when Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 is released.
I can't steer it or stop it, and the Underminers escaped.
We'll have to stop it from Bob, the monorail. We have to stop this thing before it gets to the overpass.
I'll try to keep it away from the building.
Thank you so much, young man.
What? Violet?
You're joining us live here on the red carpet. It's the world premiere of Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2. We could not be more thrilled that in a matter of moments, Holly Hunter, who plays Helen Parr and Elastigirl, is going to be joining us live. I can't wait. Holly Hunter, a true legend. And if you're not as familiar, she is really front and center in this movie. It really is about the matriarch. In the first film, we really got to know Mr. Incredible, who was voiced by Craig T. Nelson. And it was great to learn about him and sort of get the whole family involved and push them to the forefront as an entire family of supers. And really now, Elastigirl is what's representing the second wave of bringing supers back into the forefront. We were talking earlier with Sophia Bush, if you joined us, how exciting it was to have this sort of female-forward thing, and we're amped for her to be joining us in a second. But now we all know that Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 is all about a super family, as we were just mentioning, right? Well, you know who else is all about family? Our friends at Alaska Airlines. When you travel as a family, Alaska Airlines treat you like a family. So you'll get an award-winning experience and service with a smile every time. And we're going to be waiting for just, I think, another minute. I have seen Holly Hunter taking photos with fans, which, of course, because she's Holly Hunter, she's incredible. And we can't wait. Oh my God, she's making her way in. Slowly, delicately. She looks incredible. Oh my gosh, Miss Holly Hunter, thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet. It's so lovely to have you. We're so excited for you to be at the forefront of this movie. I was reminding some of our watchers on our Facebook Live that the very beginning of The Incredibles, you have this great speech at the end where you say, you know, come on, girls. What do we think men are going to save the world? I don't think so. I don't think so, is what you say. And here you are leading this movie. It must be almost a full circle moment for you 14 years later.
Well, I mean, you know, that still is, in a way, the theme of this movie as well. But I think that there's something beautiful about The Incredibles in that basically there's a real celebration in living up to your gift. What is your gift? And if you have the ability, the desire, and the opportunity to live up to it, you can. And that's kind of what this family does together. And also just the fact that they can work in concert together. It's not just the grown-ups going off alone and living up to their gift. I mean, everybody kind of gets to do it together.
Oh, and this family is so wonderful. We pick up right where we left off, so we still have amazing baby Jack, which we're still learning about his superpowers. But with you, we know, but you get to really sort of take the lead in a way. Was there something that Brad Bird said beforehand where it's like, you know, we're putting a lot on your story for at least a big part of it? And he has such incredible writing. Are you just sort of like, I'm in your hands, Brad, it's fine?
100%. I mean, after Iron Giant, after Ratatouille, and then after the first Incredibles, Brad is such an artist. And yeah, so it was full trust that I think all of us laid on Brad.
Well, we're so excited to see it, and you especially as Elastigirl. We're such a fan. Holly Hunter, thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet, and enjoy your night. Oh my God, it's going to be fun. We know Holly Hunter. We're having so much fun, you guys, tonight. We're so excited to be here on the red carpet. We can't go to the movies without seeing a preview. Am I right? That just comes with the territory. Here's a look at the movie we're all here to see, Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2.
Did you wash your hands? With soap? Did you dry them? What? Is this all vegetables? Who wanted all vegetables?
I did.
So, are we going to talk about it?
What?
The elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Mom's new job.
It's time to make some wrong things right. Help me bring supers back into the sunlight. We need to change people's perceptions about superheroes, and Elastigirl is our best play.
Better than me?
Whoa! I like Mom's new job!
Bye, sweetie.
I'll watch the kids, no problem.
That's not the way you supposed to do it, Dad? They want us to do it this
I don't
way.
know that way. Why would they change math? Math is math.
okay,
Math
Dad.
is math. Hello?
Hey, honey. How are the kids?
Everything's great.
Is she having adolescence?
And Jack?
He's in excellent health.
What the?
Num num cookie.
Oh, my God.
Cookie.
Wow, okay. That is freaky.
You know it's crazy, right? To help my family, I gotta leave it. To fix the law, I gotta break it.
You've got to, so our kids can have that choice.
Thank you, young man.
Combustion imminent? What does that mean? Ah!
It means fire, Robert.
The screen slacker interrupts this program for an important announcement.
Suit up. It might get weird.
I'll be there ASAP.
Where you going ASAP? You better be back ASAP.
Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying our live coverage of Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2. It's the world premiere happening right now here at the El Capitan. We're still waiting on some of the stars, including, we're hoping, Craig T. Nelson, who I believe is making his way slowly but surely. He's got to take pictures with the fans. You guys, he is Mr. Incredible. We're excited for many of the other people. Hopefully Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone is going to be joining us at some point as well. And we're here. If you're not ever in Hollywood, we are in the heart of Hollywood right now for the red carpet at the El Capitan Theater, which you can see Disney properties at. So if you're going to be in this area, head here to see the movie on June 15th. And all these people out here tonight, people who have worked so hard on bringing Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 to the big screen, they've worked months and in some cases even years. So you know what they deserve, right? A family vacation. How about a family vacation to Hawaii? Alaska Airlines has the lowest fares to Hawaii. You can check it out now at alaskaair.com, and you can even earn miles fast with Alaska's mileage plan, using them to get more than 900 worldwide destinations on a network of global partners. Pretty cool, right? We're super excited about the red carpet right now. If you're not paying attention, we're going to be giving you some more clips, some trailers, some teasers of all things Incredibles 2. It's going to be in theaters on June 15th. It's also going to be playing right here at the El Capitan Theater, which has hosted so many premieres. I was here on the red carpet for Beauty and the Beast and Moana, and it all goes back way to the 1920s. It's this incredible theater, if you don't know, and we're looking forward to having some more of the stars actually joining us on the red carpet. You know, some of the things I love about premieres, as I was just mentioning, are the fact that we have sneak peeks for you, trailers, other things. And speaking of, we do have a new scene from Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 for you right now.
Looks normal to me. When did this start happening?
Since Helen got the job.
I assume she knows.
Are you kidding? I can't tell her about this. Not while she's doing hero work.
Girl, come on. Leave the saving of the world to the men? I don't think so.
I've got to succeed so she can succeed. So we can succeed.
I get it, Bob. I get it. When was the last time you slept?
Who keeps track of that? Besides, he's a baby. I can handle it. I got this handled.
So, you good then? You got everything under control, right? What the?
Cookie. Cha-Cha want a cookie? Num num cookie. Cha-Cha want a num num. Num num cookie. Cookie.
You're not...
Cookie.
Oh my God!
Cookie.
Wow, okay. Okay. So, he can still hear you
From the other dimension, yeah.
That is freaky.
to our live coverage of Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 world premiere happening right here at the El Capitan in Hollywood, California. We've had a number of our main stars of the incredible film, The Incredibles 2, starting with Brad Bird, the writer-director. And if you're not, that up on your Pixar films with having seen them in theaters, there's always a short film that airs right before a Disney Pixar picture. And for this movie, it's no different. In fact, there's a new film called Bow, which is going to be airing right before Incredibles 2 when you see it in theaters on June 15th. And Domi Shea is the director behind this picture. She's the first female director for Pixar on the shorts, which is so incredible to have her be joining us. I believe we're also going to be talking to the producer behind it, Becky Neiman-Cobb, who's the producer, and they've been working together on this project for some time. We're very excited for her to be joining us. Domi is actually walking up right now. Domi Shi and Becky Neiman-Cobb are joining us. Oh, ladies, please come over. So nice to meet you both. Thank you for spending time with us. I was just setting up a little bit about this incredible short film called Bow. I want to know because it really is sort of inspired by your mom, right? She worked as a consultant a little bit on this picture. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I've always felt like ever since I was little, well, I'm an only child, and ever since I was little, my mom's always treated me like a precious little dumpling, like always making sure I was safe, that I never left the nest. She's actually right there taking a picture of me.
Oh my gosh, mom's right there taking a photo. Oh my gosh, come over here. Can you bring your mom? Is that all right if we bring your mom on? Let her have a moment, right? We should let her shine on the red carpet. Oh my gosh, you must be so proud of your daughter.
Yes.
Now tell me, but you were saying that so she acts as consultant as well, alongside Becky, who's the producer. Yeah. But so tell us a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so we really wanted to really capture those authentic dumpling making details in this short, and we invited my mom to do a lot of dumpling making classes for the crew. Like we really wanted to get the animators and effects artists really in there, like poking the dough, smelling the pork filling, and just like capturing every single detail and putting it on the big screen.
And did you start out like really gentle, like, oh no, you're doing fine, and by then it was like, come on, I said more pork.
Yes. That's right. She's very patient. Yeah, she's very patient. Especially with me. I'm not the greatest dumpling maker either.
And your daughter is the first female director of these shorts for Pixar, which is such like an honor to hold. You just must be like brimming with happiness.
Yes, I'm very proud of her. Yes, I like that.
And how did you and Becky meet? Because Becky, you've worked with Pixar for a number of years working this project. So was there something about this story that you wanted to be involved with, or how was you involved in the project?
Yeah, so Domi and I had worked together on Inside Out, and then we went off and did our separate things for a little while, and we were reunited when we on this short. Domi got greenlit. I was asked to join her as producer. I was totally honored, flattered. I admire her so much. The work is so culturally specific and so original, and yet the themes are universal, and anybody can relate to the themes of the short. There's food, love, family, food bringing families together, and so I instantly connected. I also became a mom during the making of the short, so my admiration for our character of Mom grew a ton.
You have your own little dumpling. And for like the thing with like these Pixar Disney shorts that always blow me away is that like there's so much story and love, and in such a short amount of time. Was it a moment for you like really like, oh, this is almost like some sort of weird PhD this is my going to some sort of business school or something, putting so much emotion into a short, which is so difficult versus when you have 90 minutes, 2 hours or whatever.
Oh man, I mean, there's a huge challenge in making a 90-minute movie for sure, but yeah, I mean, I was like up for the challenge. I've always loved storytelling ever since I was young. I've loved visual storytelling, and I thought making like a short, like 7.5 minute, 8 minute short was like would be such a great challenge for me to try to do, especially without any dialogue. I actually really love the short film format. I think it's super accessible. They're like little bite-sized pieces that a lot of people can kind of like easily digest.
Especially for a kid, right, to gear up for watching a long movie. Well, congratulations. This is incredible, and thank you for letting me grab your mom, pull her into this. I just got so excited. But have an amazing night, and you deserve this, so and live it up. Take 1 million photos. Have fun, you guys. Yeah, you are. Thank you guys so much. You guys, we're so excited for this, you guys. And the movie itself is in theaters on June 15th. You will be able to see it if you go see it in a theater. And finally, you guys, the movie is getting ready to begin. And I'm about to say goodbye, but first, here's one last quick glimpse at Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2.
Finally.
I love superheroes!
Finally.
Suit up.
I'll be there ASAP.
Where you going, ASAP?
Finally.
Mr. Incredible.
Catching the bad guys. Pow, pow, pow.
In 10 days, The Incredibles are finally back.
I'm just demonstrating. No firing the baby around the house, you understand?
Incredibles 2, rated PG. Tickets available now.
Well, we're about to say goodbye from the El Capitan Theater and head right in to see the world premiere of Incredibles 2. A super big thank you from Oh My Disney to Pixar Animation Studios, Alaska Airlines, the filmmakers, this incredible cast, and everyone who stopped by tonight to say hi. And of course, the biggest thank you goes to, you. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in and getting that Incredibles 2 hashtag trending worldwide. I'm about to head in and see the film myself, but you can see it for yourself in theaters everywhere on June 15th. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.